actually looked this. I read about this. Social media is run by not necessarily run by women, but it's like a women is the biggest consumer of social media. No matter what, well, no matter what app you on, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they literally live on social media. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I'll give you an example, Jared. Have you heard about the Shade Room?
Yeah.
That bro is 31 million followers on that page, bro. How many do you think are women? At least 27.
Oh yeah. That's gonna make
Yeah.
be mainly.
And that's the game, Jerry, right? That's what you see. That's what you see now. All these rappers on messing with the Instagram model. It's strategically. It's being told by their manager, "Hey man, go mess with Chori over there because so you can make it to the Shade Room." Guess what happened at the Shade Room? More exposure. Now I get more club walkthroughs. How much they paying me for a walk? Like a nigga like, I mean, Little Dirk is in jail. Let me use I don't know, who can we use? Gunna. You see what I'm saying? Gunna, they pay this nigga to do a club walkthrough 50,000, 30,000. You see what I'm saying? To be in the club for an hour. You know what I mean? Because he messing with such and such. Females follow all this thing, bro. Yo, and that's what I'm saying. If you market to women, bro, you won't win.
Yeah, Poppy, I could take it deeper than that. Women are the biggest consumers in the world. That's why they want men to be simps so bad, so women they can keep spending on women.
And that's the tool because okay, why do you think clubs is free for women?
Because they know they're gonna bring in more men.
Yeah, they're gonna draw the dudes, man. That's gonna buy the bottles and the drinks.
They know because they already know most women are gonna be poor, right? And most women gonna come 3, 4 at a time. Or they need to have just one guy to buy a little section. Oh, he didn't even have to buy the section. He just continue buying rounds. Whatever money that they didn't make off the bro, they're gonna make it off the Negroes. That's how the game is, bro. We can all. I don't complain. I just learn how to play. That's it. I just learn how to play, man. You got to know how to live in the jungle, baby.
Yeah.
You got any more some IGs we can break down?
He keeps stepping.
I got one more, but let's chop it up a little bit, and we'll do the last image at the I guess the final cut. Yeah, I mean, because Urban just came back, Poppy's here, so with Hefe, so we gonna chop it up a little bit. You know what I mean? But Hefe, we're talking about different categories of birds, and basically the subject matter is why do most birds link up with simps, suckers and simps? You want to expound on that real quick?
I mean, why they do that? Because man, those like simps, they're like super easy to, to use, right, to manipulate and all that. If a man like me and you, she be like, yo, like last time we were talking about, you buy me a G-Wagon, and he gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm good. But Sim may be like, yo, if I buy her a G-Wagon, she might stick around longer.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question, man. Do y'all think dudes know they're simps? Or do they try to deny it? You think they don't have that understanding?
Yes.
I think
yes, most of them.
I think the professional simps do.
Yeah, most of the niggas that are, I don't even like to use that word simp. That shit is like an internet bullshit, man. I like to use suckers, right? I think the niggas that are suckers, most of them know that they suckers, right? However, bro, like I told you before, I got no problem with those kind of dudes, bro. They gotta be part of the equation, bro. Everybody got a place in the ecosystem. Be part of the ecosystem, bro. No, everybody can be a lion. No, everybody can be a dog. Somebody got to be a deer. Somebody got to be a gazelle. Everything got to be in the ecosystem, bro. That's just how life is, man. And the thing, another thing is it becomes subjective, right? Because hell, people on the internet don't call me a simp sometimes because I take women out. They call me a simp for that because they say, "Oh, Papi, you can do Netflix and chill." I'm like, you idiot! I have done like 1,000 Netflix and chill, nigga. Like I probably made up there. Netflix and chill quote, nigga. You know what I mean? I was doing Blockbuster and chill, nigga. I just like to be out, right? And if I'm talking to a bro, right? Ain't no problem for me to tell, hey, baby, come on, let's go out. Let's go out. You see what I'm saying? I don't care because I'ma still go out, bro. She's the way I look at it though, she's a plus one, my nigga. I'ma still gonna do that activity whether she say me yes or no, my nigga. I know that, and I know that much worry of like, oh my God, you taking this woman to the club with you taking this woman to the hookah lounge. Nigga, I'm going there regardless.
Poppy, I got a question for you. You said about the simps, you know, you're not mad at them because you know they make the world go round. But you think the abundance of them now is a problem?
No, it's not a problem, bro. Somebody got to do it, fam.
But
That's
this
why I
many
don't have
men?
a problem. No, I don't got a problem. I'm gonna tell you what, like this, because like I say, right? I think all of us on this panel all of us on this panel, all the niggas got license to call us simps too. You know why? Because we probably might not getting their leftovers, right? Oh, look at this simp ass nigga, man. I hit that hole like I only took that hole one time. I hit. You see what I'm saying? He got a license to call us simp. You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't got no problem the same way. I don't got no problem with guys being a stepdaddy, man. Nah, that's never been my thing either, man, because somebody gonna have to do it too.
It's like, you know, not everybody cannot be an entrepreneur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people will feel like being an entrepreneur. Trust me, having your own business hard as hell.
You gotta have some customers, you know, and you gotta have some people who are gonna serve you your coffee at McDonald's, right?
And before I pass the mic, bro, this is another thing. We usually highlight these hoes getting money out of these niggas, right? Their victories are, and I actually respect these hoes, right? Because you know how many losses these hoes have taken in life. Let's use what's the girl is with the young boy that used to play in Houston? He played for the Phoenix Suns now. What's the nigga name? Is he like Jay? Is it Green Smith, something like that? Drea Michelle, right? Everybody was reacting. Y'all know who Drea Michelle is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody was reacting
Green.
like, oh, Jalen Green, there you go, right? Everybody was like, oh my God, she got the youngin. Man, he's the sucker that ended up getting that whole pregnant, right? However, what people seem to miss is that women have literally taken like 50 losses, bro. She sucked that nigga Gilbert Arenas in the back of the fucking Maybach. I mean, you know what I mean? The Rolls Royce. Swaggy P was driving that. It's stories about this woman. Like Gilbert Arenas told the story himself, right? This bitch has been like the mistress of Shaquille O'Neal. This bitch is a passer around. That's losses at this whole stake, and she finally got that one win. You see what I'm saying? That lets you know that most guys actually keeping it P. That's what it tells me. And she getting fucked on by these niggas, they keep sending her right back to the streets. And one nigga got caught up with her.
I see what you're saying, Poppy, because just going back to what you originally said, I do think simp is overused. You know, because like you said, people would try to apply it to everybody because they'd be like, man, you take a female out to dinner, man, you know, that's dumb. So I don't think that's simping. I think it's just like the guy that feels he has to do excessive stuff to like lock down a female. So like you was mentioning, Poppy, you're like, nah, I just go out places, man, but the female already gonna like you because you already got personality and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say that's simping, but yeah, people could throw around the term. But I do kind of see what Famous is saying because I think there is an abundance of simps. I think it's getting to the point where it's, you know, the females are cleaning them out. So we didn't used to see this back in the day at this magnified where, you know, they getting the allegations. That's why I was like, it's a little dangerous now, man.
I think it's a simp epidemic now.
No, but here's the deal, though. This is where I disagree with you in the last part, right? Niggas back in the day, I think they were worse. The only thing is you couldn't see it because you didn't have Facebook, you didn't have Twitter, you didn't have Instagram. I think those niggas that became before us, they were worse.
People were committing suicide, bro, over some tool.
They definitely had simps then, but I'm just saying, like, it wasn't at the magnitude where females was like, I'm cleaning them out. There was a bit of a, like, gratitude and a little bit of appreciation for the simping.
But you got to see the times, though, because there's a time when men you can say they were simps, but simps was actually rewarded. Then they had better quality women. So you actually being that type of nice guy archetype, we got rewarded before.
No, bro, and y'all letting the internet recreate your opinion, bro. These simple ass niggas have been around forever, bro. The only difference is back then, right? You only knew the Sims on a 5-mile radius on your block. Now you get to see the Sims all across the world because of social media. You get like 10 stories per day. That's the only difference, bro. The same thing with these hoes, my nigga. I'm telling you, these bitches now, you only knew the hoes in your 5-block radius. Now you know the hoes from here to Alabama to Washington State. We know them all. And we don't have to be there. That's the difference, bro.
But I think people was held to higher standards before, though. There was always simps, of course. There's always suckers and simps, but I don't think the abundance was like it is now.
Yeah, you didn't have to back in the day, man. Like, because like we don't fall in that category, but I'm saying like I ain't never heard no dudes talk about buying no chicks no Wagyu beef. You know, they'll take them and get a 2 for $20 and shit. But so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like way higher, man. Them expectations.
I'm gonna give you an example. What's the movie name with Lorenzo Tate where they robbed the bank?
Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents. What about Buddy that knock his ass out down the stair?
Yeah.
He literally.
Yeah, my man was definitely a simp. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And when that movie was made, like in the 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah, early 90s. I would say
that was considered. That nigga say out of his own mouth, "Oh, I just passed by the house and gave Juanita, man, money for the groceries."
but Poppy, do you think that represented the average man at that time?
Nah, that was a outlier, like an anomaly. That's what I'm saying.
See,
yeah, that was like
now that represents the average man.
No, and I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong, bro. Most people in America, again, we only seeing the niggas that what are they doing for these hoes, but we never see how many bodies these hoes is getting ran through to get to that one little victory. You see what I'm saying? That whole chain telling you, hey, 2 niggas from the Cowboys fuck me, the Yankee player fuck me, these 3 NBA fuck me. They ain't telling you that. But they're telling you, hey, Future bought me a watch. You know how many dicks that hoes don't suck to even get that one little victory?
Okay, I kind of see what you're saying. Okay. I still think it's a little worse now, but there definitely was some back in the day.
Yeah, it's always going to be some. It's not 100% anything. But I think people was held to a higher standard back in the days. Like you couldn't be I don't think hoes was praised like they are now. Because I think the hoes would be shamed more back in the days. Or they had to leave town to be a hoe. They couldn't be a hoe in their own town.
I give you that. I can't even argue with you. I give you that. Like hoes is bold nowadays. Now you got bitches saying, what's the difference? Matter of fact, I was just reading that like 5 minutes ago. Like, there is no difference from a woman fucking 36 guy than a woman fucking 36 times one guy. I'm like, bitch, it's a big difference. You fucking your man 36 times. one guy. You getting fucked by 36 nigga, bitch. You a whore. What you mean there is no difference?
So gentlemen, that's the one has back to the question earlier. I believe that the generations, the boomers, the Gen X, and the millennials, they were not aware of that they were simps. The reason why I'm saying that is because back in the day, the term simp didn't exist for them generations. The term that was used was you're being a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? You're being a real man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So they start operating that. Then when you get into the millennial generations, right? That's where you start having these R&B songs coming out that's encouraging the behavior, encourage you to go out and do what we call now simp behavior. You know what I'm saying? But this modern generation, they're very much aware of being simps. Now, another reason why I'm saying this is because me being part of the millennial generation, right? I was not aware of in the past that I had simp behavior until one day one of my homies told me about it when I was single. Like, bro, you simp. I like, what the hell is a damn simp? Oh, that's a dude who's sitting up here trying to win the favor for women and stuff. I'm like, what? That's called a sucker to me. But you know what I'm saying? But when he told me about that, right, and educated me on that's when I became aware of it. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of other men in my generation and generations prior to that, they don't even know what the hell a simp is. You know what I'm saying? They've been taught that, it's been instilled into them that that's part of being a gentleman. You're being chivalrous. You're supposed to do these things for women. You know what I'm saying? To determine that you is a real man.
Yeah, see, Urban, that's what I was saying. Like back in the days, being the gentleman was rewarded though, because we had better quality women.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that now to the woman that don't qualify, that's what makes you the sucker for love or the simp.
Let me ask y'all a question though, because I think we need to kind of dissect it, because I like how Poppy was kind of breaking stuff down, man, where he was just like, hey, man, this is simping kind of needs to happen. It sounds like, you know, they kind of stimulate the economy. But do y'all think like most guys have to simp to have some success nowadays?
Yeah, they got to overcompensate.
Take us out of it, because like I said, we got personality, you know, we got humor. So I'm just saying, like the average dude that's probably struggling, do they have to simp to have some level of success with women?
Yeah, they got to overcompensate for what they
I
want.
say yes because now it's embedded within our social construct. It's the thing to do. It's the new way. So, and like, perfect example, wholeflation. What your granddaddy used to do for them birds back in the day, or quote unquote a wife, we gotta this generation now gotta do 10 times more than what our granddads used to have to do back in the day. So yeah, it's embedded within our social construct for these young men to simp, or our men, our peoples within this generation. So yeah, it's mandatory for these suckers and simps.
Let me ask you this, so we can continue with your question, Jared. Like, let's define what simps really means, so everybody on the same page. What being a simp mean in your world?
I would say like a dude, man, where the female typically don't like him, so they gotta kind of do excessive stuff just to kind of even have an interaction with her. So she might not like, he's kind of in a friend zone or something, but it's like, okay, I gotta, you know, buy her stuff. I gotta, you know, give her all this time and try to win her over. So I'll say that's kind of like simp.
Yeah, we used to call them sucker for loves back in the day. They got to overcompensate for what they lack, and they're pushovers to women.
Okay, everybody agree then, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. But the real definition of a simp
is
really it's an acronym, which means someone that idolized mediocre peace leaf. Yeah, I'm hip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a simp, from what I understood, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, is a man. Technically, it can be a man on the one. I mean, I think that applies for men, right? Simp only for men, right? I think so, right? I never heard of a woman being called simp. Yeah, okay. What I understand, and y'all can correct me, a simp is a nigga that do a whole lot for a woman and get nothing in return. Like, am I correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you think a man that buys pussy fall into the category of a simp?
Depending on what it is.
That's a trick, my nigga. It's a trick. Yeah, anytime a dude hold on, let me just say this real quick. Anytime a dude got to pay for box, he's in the category of a trick, not a simp.
I can agree with that. Everybody agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because like I say, I ain't got no problem with guys that buy pussy, right? I think it's a service. Hey, how much? $200, $300, $400, $500, whatever they agree to it. Here's your money. I'm gonna beat your ass down for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it is, how long it takes. He go about his business. She go about his business. Move on, right? The thing is that I have heard on this is on the internet that married men are simps, which I don't agree with that. I just don't. You cannot be a simp for your wife, though, for the most part.
It depends, though.
It's
I think
gonna
it
be some
depends,
small
though.
exceptions in there, but for the most part, you cannot be a sim to your wife because that's a woman that you started smashing. Then they became friends with benefits. Then this became your girlfriend. Then the fiance. Then your wife, which means you went to every level of dating this woman. So I don't think you can be a sim for your wife for the most part. And but I heard that on the internet.
I gotta give a
I
little bit
gotta
of push.
disagree with that,
There are
Poppy.
some married to
Yeah, because
simps.
what if, yeah, because what if you're in a sexless marriage? What if you're in a marriage where a woman's cheating on you, you still doing all this stuff? I think there's levels to it.
Like I would say like for the most part, Poppy, like if people got regular dynamics, she actually likes them and stuff, I would say yeah, you can't be a simp. But yeah, I think there's a lot of dynamics where there's some females that strictly just got with a dude because of the resources, and then like what Famous was saying, man, you got the sexless marriages and stuff. So yeah, I would say those categories could fall into simp territory. But for the most part, nah. If you're like treating your wife nice and
Right.
you hold it together, your household, nah, that because I did hear the
I
same
mean,
thing, Poppy.
especially if you come home from work, she cook for you, house is clean, holding down like with the kids and everything, and she's loyal to you. She show you respect. I would definitely, come home with flowers. I would definitely, like treat my wife the way I wanna, like treat her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
that's what you're
right?
supposed to do. Yeah,
Yeah. So that ain't simping though, right?
No, I wouldn't call
You-
it simping, but
Like,
you
I'm
would
showing my
hear
appreciation.
people. You would hear people on the internet, oh nigga, you a simp. You already got her. Why you have to do all of that? I don't listen. I don't got no problem with that. That's your wife. I don't think it's kind of hard. You got your special cases that you can be a simp to your wife, but for the most part, that's your wife, nigga. Because
Yeah.
for the most part, if we honest, your wife or the woman you live with, which technically can be your wife, if you got like 5+ years with it, it doesn't matter if you got like a contract written down. That's kind of your wife too, right? It's the same thing as a wife, right? Like for the most part, the woman is the one that run the house. And when I say that run the house, she runs the ins and out of the operation of the house. We don't care what goes on in the house. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. You can't listen to those guys though. They ignorant when they say that you a simp for treating your wife good. That's being a good husband is not a simp.
So to be fair, gentlemen, with this argument, the reason why they're saying that is because in this modern day generation of marriage, it's more transactional than it being unconditional. How the way it's supposed to be. Like the things that Heifer was saying that he do for his wife, he don't do it because he respected him. Anything in return, he do it because he genuinely love him. Just like with my wife, I do things because I genuinely love her and I want to support and take care of her, because that's the way that men was appointed to be. That's our duty to do that. You know what I'm saying? But once again, they're talking about transactional relationships or transactional marriage. So yeah, transactional relationships and marriages, it can cross the line to having simple behavior. You know what I'm saying? Where these dudes is constantly doing all this stuff and they're not getting things in return. This where the conversation talking about the 50-50 thing comes about the what's the other thing people talk about? Oh, what you bring to the table. No, these conversations start coming about due to transactional relationships or marriages.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I see your point, boss. I see your point. I just still think that a lot of this stuff becomes subjective. You know, it depends if people, if the crowd like you, and I'm talking from the point of view of the internet, people are gonna call you a real man. If they don't like you, they're gonna call you a simp. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I deal with that all the time on my channel. Where dudes, they'll just call me a simp just because I don't agree with them. Oh, you're a simp. Because there be some things they say like, no, we're not going to sit up here and bash women because you have a certain disdain or hatred for a woman that you chose to be with. No, we're going to be fair about this. You know what I'm saying? If she doing things that, logically it makes sense to the reaction behind it, then yeah, I'm going to side with that and agree with it. But like
you are a traditional man, right?
Huh?
You're a traditional man, right, sir?
I am. Absolutely.
Okay, so by default, your woman run the house, right? And when I say run the house, let me explain what I'm meaning.
Mm-hmm.
You provide, right? Yep, I'm gonna assume you got like a joint account, and she's the one that pays the mortgage and go buy the groceries and pay the electric bill. Because most men, we don't care about that shit, right? The wife usually the one that do it, right? Right?
Well, it depends on the generations. Now, the boomers have allowed their wives to be in charge of the household versus what you're talking about. But my generation and the other generations higher than that, we're more focused on what's happening in the household. Like for me, in my personal household, even though my wife does certain things like that, be in charge of paying the bills and making sure certain things take care of her right, I not being oblivious about it, if that makes any sense. I know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And let's say let's say for example, something were to happen to her where she's incapable of doing that, maybe she gets sick or whatever. Guess what? I started doing that. I started picking up and start taking care of the household, you know, whether it's paying bills, cooking, cleaning, whatever.
And the reason why, what I meant when I say women run the house, I didn't mean it in the literal way that they are the ultimate. They had the last word. No, I didn't mean it that way. Meaning that women usually run because this is how I look at relationship. The man supposed to be the CEO. Your women supposed to be the supervisor. In your case, supposed to be the worker of the town, however you want to call it. That's just the structure of the household, right? Yeah, when correct. I say the woman run the house, is the CEO. Whoever over here working and got a Fortune 500 job or corporate job or whatever. You never seen the CEO, right? But you know they are the boss. Who report to the CEO? The managers. Your woman is your manager. Hey man, this was going on. Oh, we need to redo the kitchen. Oh, the backyard need this. You see what I'm saying? The CEO is the one that are gonna approve. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh, we ain't gonna waste money. Oh, you don't need a new car. We ain't gonna waste money over there. You see what I'm saying? That's when I say they run the house, but the ultimate last word it comes to the man, which is the ultimate. He's the guy in the house, pretty much.
Yeah. So let
me just say. Hold on. Let me just say this. What Papi Blanco is expounding on is like, he's talking about the old school ways, because a lot of times the guy that was the breadwinner within a relationship, every time he get paid, he just gave his wife all the money to pay all the bills and deal with all the financial things within the crib. That's what I think he's expounding on. Is that what you're talking about, Papi?
You don't. Let me make a little twist.
Blanco.
You don't.
It's basically divine order.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Bro, I know the man doesn't have to be the breadwinner. You just the man. I don't care if you bring home 20,000, she bring 180,000, nigga. You still the man, brother. If that woman is not willing to give you her bread, nigga, focus on yourself. Go get another bra.
Yeah. So like real quick, I don't look at relationship for us a business. You know what I'm saying? Because
let me just say this real quick to Urban, let me just say this real quick to Blanco. I know what you're talking about, but from what you're expounding on, you're talking about the old school way when the woman is responsible with all the finances in the crib. Know what I mean? It's just so happenly back in the day, majority of the people that was breadwinners were men. Know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Like you don't wanna agree to that, because you're saying like, it doesn't matter whoever. It doesn't matter who makes the most money within the household. You're the man. You still run the show. Know what I mean? And I understand that. My bad, Urban. Go ahead and start cooking. My bad.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't look at it as far as a business relationship, because we enter into the lines of partnership, and that's what this new age generation is pushing, talking about partnership and stuff. But however, I understand your analogy, Blanco, on it. So how the way I perceive it is this. I perceive it with this analogy that the man, he is the brains of the operation, right? He the one who know how to navigate everything, as you were saying, being the CEO. But the woman, on the other hand, she's the heartbeat of the household. You know what I'm saying? She's the overall heart of the house. She the one who make everything work the way they need to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for example, in my situation with my wife, you know what I'm saying? She the one who goes out and not only pay the bills and stuff, right? But also she'll go out and go shopping. She'll buy things for the house to make it look like a home, make it presentable stuff. I don't do that shit. I hate going shopping, but she'll do it.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So she presented into that way where, when I do come home, the household, it is peaceful, it look pleasant and stuff, right? Not saying that I'm incapable of doing it, because I am capable, but I just put her in charge of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I say, like, I agree with your sentiments on that. You know what I'm saying? It does that different analogies based on what we're saying.
Yeah.
And I also agree with what Rush is talking about as well, too. Ultimately, she does be in the stewardship of the household, where the man is supporting her to, take care of the things that she needs to take care of to make the household run properly.
But I like what Poppy was saying, man, because that's where I be trying to get dudes to focus on. Because sometimes, man, they be on some like tyrant dictator shit, and like they call all the shots. The female just sit there docile and sit. I'm like, man, we know this shit don't operate like that. But I think when you got good leadership and, man, you got the confidence in yourself, kind of like what you're saying, Poppy, you find somebody that got, similar mindset, way of thinking, and you're supposed to split stuff up to make it more efficient, man. So my wife, like I told people, I'm like, man, she make a lot of decisions because we got the same mindset. We put the household first, so she go knocks out stuff. I don't give a damn what she do it over there, because I know she gonna do the right thing, and we both good with money, and my wife a high earner, man. So everything just come to the household, man, and we just make shit easier versus like looking at everything like, oh, I do this, I got to make every decision. I'm like, how the fuck would y'all even be able to like function if you got to be involved in every decision?
Right.
Let me add on to that. My wife, she is the high earner or the breadwinner of our household too. But guess what she do? She do certain little things, right? Just to know that I'm still, the head of the household. I don't tell her to do this, but she do this anyway. Like, case in point, like when we go out on our dates, right? Guess what she do? When it comes to us paying the bill, guess what she do? She'll slip the card under the table and hand it to me where I can pay for the bill. You know what I'm saying? Just so it can have the image that I'm in charge of the finance, even though she making the money. She do certain things like that. That's the point to let me know that, you know what I'm saying? He got the money and different things like that, so it won't be an embarrassment or anything like that. If that makes any sense, Jimmy. And she do other, subtle things as well too, where she's submissive that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in return, I don't go back and bash her or anything like that. I treat her with the utmost respect.
Yeah, and I believe, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe when if you live with a woman for X amount of year, or you got a wife, which is like, to me, it's like the same thing, right? We have designing the papers, right? Most of the decisions that women take in the house, we just don't care like that too much.
Nah.
Unless he's setting amount of money. You see what I'm saying? Like I tell the woman that live with me, hey, listen, I don't care what you do, but anything over $2,000, you got to run it by me, baby. You see what I'm saying? Anything under that, I don't care, man. Go knock yourself down, because obviously this is my woman and she already know how I operate, and she gonna value, and she gonna put herself in my shoe and be like, yo, should I buy this? It costs this amount of money when we already got it at the house. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got to teach them, because most women, they're not good with money. You see what I'm saying? That's the truth of it. That's the bottom line of it. So, however, us men, I think we are better with management money, because us men, we can live in an apartment with just couches, a bed, and a TV. We good, because we don't need much. You go to a woman house, she got 7 different lotions. You see what I'm saying? She got she got like 3 set of couches. You know what I mean? And that's why everything is marketed to women, because they know women is paying so bad. Do you know that women only produce about 36% of the money in America, but they also, is for every $1 that is spent in America, 76 come from a woman. How do you explain that math?
Yeah.
That means that they're using niggas to pay for their other 40.
No,
that's what that means.
Yeah, let me add on to that. Now, my wife, she tell me if she's going to potentially spend money or she already spent it. Not because I make her do it, but this is her reasoning. she tell me that she either want to make a purchase or want to do something because she be wanting me to tell her no. Based on what you just said earlier, bro, is because women, they're spenders, so they need their men to tell them no, like, nah, you don't need that. No, you don't need that. You don't need to get that. And they be wanting that because they know they can't control themselves. Because they'll like if I don't say nothing, bro, my wife will literally spend money on
Go
Amazon.
crazy.
Go crazy.
Yeah, go crazy.
Just buying stuff
Yeah.
on Amazon, stuff that she don't even need, just buying it.
Yeah.
Just because she got the money to spend it.
That's why they always ask you before. Do you like this? And they always ask you when you with a girl.
I would
Or
love
they
to
try to
know.
justify the spender too sometimes too. Like, hey, you like this? I get this for you, but at the same time, they're trying to get something for themselves too.
Yeah.
I would love
But
to
it's all
know
good,
if they got. I would love to know if they got statistics. You know, they got statistics on everything, but I haven't even bothered to look at it. But I'm pretty sure it's out there. The statistic of a single woman, how much money she's spending versus a woman that is in a long time relationship or marriage, how much money she's spending. And I promise you, that thing look different, bro. I promise you that the married bro or the bro that is with a man for 5 years plus, she gonna spend probably half of what the bro that is single. I'm
Oh, that's
telling
fact,
you,
yeah.
women spend because they don't have to get when they with you, they don't have to get done. They don't have to get the hair done every 2 weeks. They with you already. They got your ass at the house anyway, right? They don't have to get their fucking nails done. Nigga, that's $150 every time they go over there. Right?
Yeah.
They don't have to buy 75 different perfumes. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to do 4 brunch with the other girls per month. You know, every Sunday they go to brunch. They with you in the house. They lucky they do it once. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they're bored too.
So-
They got an idle mind. So
and that's one of my biggest fight. That's one of my biggest fight when I be jumping on these panels because guys they swear they fight with me and telling me, hey man, you need to be high value, man. I'll be like, yes, bro, you need to get to your money, not because of a bro, my niggas, for yourself. She's going to be a byproduct of your success. Because most men take pride on taking care of their woman. Let's be honest, right? That don't make you a simp either. But we like to take care of whatever is around us, like our mamas, our daughters, of course, and the women that we with, right? Like that's like our more proud moment ever, at least for me, right? However, if that woman don't love you, if she's not willing to give you her check, bro, I keep telling you guys that you don't need money to get this woman, bro. More women, as much they say on the internet, man got it made this, they all lying. They lying to you guys because most men don't even got that kind of money to begin with.
when they say that, they talking about simps. That's why.
No, when they say that, they saying that because they repeating what they hear from their hungers, what they hear when they see from the post of Instagram, bro. They lying. I'm telling you, most of the men that has busting down, their baby daddies are broke
I'm gonna give you
niggas.
some. I'm gonna give you some pushback, Blanco. Like they say that because majority of those women you're talking about dealt with a dude that had no money, and now because of the mistreatment of whatever type of whether it's a thug, drug dealer, whatever. Like they want to be compensated to deal with the guy they're not fully attracted to. That's why they kind of put out that premise out in the internet like that, because anytime a chick is dealing with a dude that she's not physically attracted with and he has something to offer her that she could gain, she want to charge the nigga for that off rip, and that's what these broads is doing. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I said, Russ. When they say that, they're not talking to the men they want. They're talking about the simps that got to overcompensate for them.
And I'm telling you guys, they lying. I'll give you an example. Y'all know who y'all know who James Harden is, right?
Yeah.
James Harden probably don't see $400-500 million between NBA money and endorsement. He got 200 from Reebok, I believe, right? Reebok.
Yeah,
right.
Paid.
And right, the same woman that James Harden is fucking right now, another nigga that fucking her too. This nigga sell weed, bro. He don't sell no pounds. He don't sell no weight. This is your regular weed man. He's dicking her down. Look at how much of the string that is.
yo,
This
But
man
that's
is
what I'm
making
saying.
enough
yo,
money.
that's
Hold on.
what we're
So you know
saying,
where I'm going.
Blanco, man.
No, listen. No, you're
That's
missing
what
the
we're
point.
saying,
You're missing. No, you're
man.
missing the point, bro.
Go ahead.
The same man that is selling weed to pay his bills, pay his car, no, and all this good shit. The same hoe that is fucking with that nigga is fucking with this other guy that is out of this world with money. My point is very simple. The nigga that is making that is got like
matter of fact,
keeping
we did a
a
stream
roof.
on that.
Actually,
Yo, Blanco, we did a stream on that. We
But that's-
advise dudes not to deal with chicks that's a weed head because 9 times out of 10 the plug is sliding them in them drawers.
no. That's not the point.
Mean?
That's
so
not the
we're
point.
saying exactly what you're
That's-
talking about right now.
Hold on,
It's
just let
that-
him finish
it's
though,
that-
because
that's
I was.
It's in a different wording. But yeah, go ahead.
But Poppy,
go
that's
ahead.
what I'm saying.
That-
She's saying James
that's
Harden
not-
is the one that got to overcompensate, but the weed head is the one she really likes. So he doesn't have
That's
to
not the
go
point.
abide by those rules.
That's not the point because Hunger, no, she doesn't even smoke. This nigga just got her because she lost how he looks, right? My point is, there is one guy that has seen 400 million on his life. There is another guy that probably making decent money just to, you know what I'm saying, just to keep paying, just to continue living life, right? My point is that both guys are getting the same pussy. It's 2 strings right there. My point is, stop listening to these bros. And the girl is a good-looking lady, bro. Trust me, my nigga. I seen her, my nigga. Like, I see her all the time. She be out. She from Phoenix, actually. That's how I know the story. Because I know the nigga too, right? My point is, y'all gotta stop listening to this woman. The stuff that y'all saying only apply to a very small amount of women. They're just saying that, oh, you need to make this, you need to make that, because they want to overprice their pussies, because they want to seem like they are so much higher than what they are. No, this is women that lay down and take dick, bro. Biology is still biology. Most of these women go lay down with a nigga that got an air mattress, bro. Trust me, bro. I swear to God, I've seen it throughout my whole life, bro. They lying. Good looking women too. Ain't no gonna be no fat bitch or a baby mama or two baby by 75 different niggas. Good looking woman. They just lying. Once you use this phone right here, right, and turn the camera on, they going to lie to you guys 80% of the time, bro.
So that kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about women and their spending habits, right? So is it safe to assume that these women are actually broke, and that's the real reason why they need these so-called simps to compensate?
Urban, they are broke as shit. So you were spot on. Yeah, they Poppy's right, because I always used to tell guys the same thing. I'm like, y'all gotta stop taking that bait, because man, they'll say that, but they'll have a whole nother dynamic with that guy, like he said, at work at Foot Locker, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's just like they really ain't got no standards. So when they're coming out there,
I'm gonna give y'all some.
But that's what they saying though. They make rules for the guys that they don't really want, and they break rules for the guys they want. That's all. That's the same. Probably you saying the same thing we were saying. Because James Harden is the one that got to pay. When she talks, like somebody got to make a certain amount. Right. That's the James Harden archetype. She wants to mess with the guy. Yeah,
no,
and then
I think it is kind of similar. But I think what me and Poppy's kind of saying is like,
and they sleep with the nigga that they physically attracted to. That's their playbook, man. You know what I mean? So what we're saying is correct. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, the weed guy's the guy she really wants. James Harden is the guy that got to pay.
Mm-hmm. But I don't, Poppy, hold on. Let me say if James Harden, he didn't have the trick mindset, he actually had confidence, he knew who he was, do you think he would have to pay?
Nope.
Okay, so that's where we're kind of different. I don't think James Harden would have to pay. He should be coming up to them talking in third person, like, "Hey, I'm James Harden. God damn it, you should be just lucky you in my presence." Yeah.
I don't think, and I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think James Harden is paying, because, like I say, I know Hungarian. She's not living like an extravagant life. What James Harden is doing is pretty much flying these women from here, because James Harden got a house in Houston, he got a house in Scottsdale, Arizona too, right? He flying her out all over the place. Can you call that simping? I wouldn't call it simple because this nigga got the bread, my nigga, to fly a bitch out. Flying a bitch out to me is not a simp move. He just making it very easy for him. Hey, bitch, where you at? Oh, I got a road gang in Milwaukee. Fly your ass over there so you can stay with me 2 days over there. And I'm gonna send you right back home. That's not simple.
Actually, that's called illegal trafficking.
I'll call it tricking.
Real.
I definitely would call it tricking, though.
There's
I
levels.
wouldn't even argue with you on that.
man.
It fits in the category of tricking. Yeah, I agree with SJ.
I think it's levels to it because I think if you're a man that could get women and you do that and you just don't want to deal with the headache, that's not tricking. But I think if you're a man that have to do that, I think that's when it becomes tricking. I mean, simping.
Yeah, but the thing, and again, these men got money out their ass, right? And let's say you met a shorty like 2-3 months ago, and now she want to come chill with you, and I'm talking about from the point of view of the NBA nigga or NFL nigga. I apply to them too. And I'm having a gang against the Miami Heat. I fly home girl to Miami. Bro, I personally don't see nothing wrong with it. Yo, this nigga, I fly for this nigga. Let's see, even first class, nigga, $1,500, nigga. That's like $5 to us, bro. Literally, probably even less. You see what I'm saying? Hey, this niggas used to it. They live in. They going to go eat because I be seeing this nigga at the restaurants and everything. They take this woman to Maestro real quick. This is something that he does on his everyday life. I wouldn't call it that because he's not going now. If he buying bitches cars and everything, I'm with you. That nigga tricking. I'm not, I ain't doing that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. But if he doing stuff that he already doing, I wouldn't call it that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Now if he's flying mountains stuff like that, nah. It's just when you excessive and you're doing stuff for a woman that don't really want to.
If you put it in that manner, then I wouldn't consider that tricking either. It's just that you're just making it convenient for a shorty to link up with you. Know what I mean?
Yeah. And she probably ain't got no money.
I wouldn't look at that as tricking. I mean, it's. I guess it's the context of the. It depends on the situation. Like, I wouldn't look at it like tricking if it's making it convenient to link up with shorty. Now, if it's a mandatory thing, like I wouldn't even say mandatory. Like if it's in a way to convince shorty to link up with you and you gotta pay, then it'll be a form of tricking. I mean, I guess it's getting real tricky in this.
Yeah,
I would classify it as tricky.
I see what Blanco's saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the real definition of tricking on real time. Everybody know who Lil Baby is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the rapper, right? Last week, some hoe came out and outed the nigga. He paid that hoe $2,000. That's full blown tricking right there. She pulled up to that nigga Airbnb, and she happened to pull up with her baby daddy. I don't know if y'all was aware of she went viral for that. She even did an interview about that shit. I forgot the name of the podcast. Matter of fact, you should react to it, Rush, like sometime this week. And she said like, yo, Lil Baby. And the reason I know that one is that one is for sure because it's a voicemail. She talking to Lil Baby like, hey man, pulled up over here, such and such address, blah blah blah. It was a transaction, $2,000. But that nigga Lil Baby started feeling weird because nothing happened. He still gave her the $2,000 because she pulled up with her baby daddy, nigga. Mm. You see what I'm saying? And the baby daddy was strapped, right? And that's tricking right there. You see what I'm saying? There is no denying it was a transaction going on. I fly and everything, jerk. I mean, we can go back and forward. You say you look at it as tricking. I don't because the nigga's lifestyle is so fucking out. Because I know some of these guys, my nigga. These niggas get money out their ass, bro. And then niggas buying fly to a bitch that they already talking to. I have been in the inside, the knowledge and everything. I'd be like, I don't see that tricking. I used to look at it like that, but once I learned the whole thing, I'm like, I cannot see it that way.
No, Poppy, the reason
it ain't tricking if you got it.
Nah,
no, it's not that. No. It's tricking if you got it. Yeah, again. Okay, let me see. Hold on one second.
Hold on, real quick. Because this is why I think it's tricking. To a certain degree, like say, man, if you was like dating somebody, because I know guys when they get traded and stuff, say like they had somebody in a different city and they were like, man, I'm gonna fly you out, but we actually like each other. We got a relationship. I wouldn't say that's tricking, but if you're just flying somebody out, man, because you think they bad and you want some, to me that's kind of lazy. Because it's like, man, if you live in like a city, man, you should be able to go out there and pull, man, and just even an example you gave with James Harden. It's like, man, you're flying shorty out that's getting knocked down by the weed man. So that's why I would say it's tricking, because it's like, man, you're doing the most, and time she land back down in her hometown, she's going out and she's messing with low budget dudes. So yeah, that's why I would just classify it as a.
So what if like I have like a bunch of shorties in my city, right? But I don't want them. I want something from outside my city, and I saw her on IG and I like her and I got it like that. It's like paying for Uber. I don't think that's tricky.
It's not true. And let me say this, because you look. Let me tell you how I know I changed my mind on that like a long time ago, right? This guy, because like I told you, I hang out with these guys a lot, right? A lot of my homies play in the NFL, right? So this is what happened. These niggas go out a lot. You see what I'm saying? And when I say go out a lot, they go to New Orleans, they go out. What's going to happen? A bunch of bitches gonna be around. They exchange numbers and everything, right? And they start communicating. They go to Miami, they go out a lot. Whatever city they playing at, they go out the nights before. You see what I'm saying? I have been with this guy. So what happened is they start communicating. He gonna like one of those two hoes. Naturally, it's going to happen. They're gonna press play on the play. After a month, 2 months, 3 months, it doesn't matter the timeline. Oh, baby, man, I want to see you, man. How about I'm gonna fly you out to my city where I stay. I stay in Phoenix. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I cannot go and call it tricking, bro, because these niggas meet a lot of women at a crazy pace. Yes, they got plenty of women in their cities. And that don't necessarily doesn't mean dating. He just want to hang out with this bitch for 2 days and send her right back. Hell, you can call me a trick too, I guess, because I don't flew a couple of hoes out myself. And a couple of hoes flew themselves to me. So I did it both ways.
Poppy, I got a question. So do you think that falls under the line with leading with money?
No. Leading with money, bro, is like this is what I know leading with money is to me. And y'all probably got a different definition from me, and y'all can disagree with me. That's fine, right? Leading with money is when a man start paying her rent after like you just met this woman like a month or two, paying her car note, give her this woman lump sums of money. Like, listen, bro. I'm a flashy motherfucker, my nigga, right? There is no home planet Earth that can tell you, nigga, I fucking gave her $1. Now, my girlfriend's a different thing. You see what I'm saying? My girlfriend, she got free range. I don't care about that, right? It's my girlfriend for a reason, right? But like leading with money, like when you say leading with money, go ahead, break it down for me.
I mean, I can break it down if you go. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yo, okay, so if I fly out a woman, right, and I'm like, hey, baby girl, if you come see me, I'm gonna take you shopping, I'm gonna pay for your flight, don't you worry about nothing, I got you. That's tricking for me. But if I put her on a plane, she come to my place, I blow her back out, and she don't get anything else out of me, and then she gone, back on the flight, that ain't tricking. What do you think?
I agree with you, boss. I agree. The first part is flat out tricking. I agree with you, right? You flying the woman now, taking her shopping and all this crazy shit, that's flat out tricking. I'm 100% with you. The second part, I'm agree with you too, bro. So yeah, you got it.
I think maybe I'm just cheap too. So that might be what be mentally blocking me, man. Because do you think it's a little bit of a like pedestalizing vagina though? Because
no,
like even the story you said, Poppy, where it's like James Harden be flying her out, but man, the weed dealer.
I don't look at it like that.
Yeah, I might just be cheap on this one.
No, Jared, but the thing
Jerk,
is,
I'm with you on that too, bro.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, boss. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. I'm just saying. I agree with Jerk on this one. I can't
being cheap,
wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, being cheap. I mean, your pockets is your pockets, bro. Right? I mean, I just don't see it that way, bro. But like at the same time, if you look at it as tricking, like I wouldn't argue you to death with that one, bro. Yeah. I just don't. Because it ain't that much different, Jerk. Okay, us with regular people over here, right? You messing with this woman in the city, right? She live in Queens. I'm in Brooklyn right now, right? I pay for her cab, aka or Uber, right? These other niggas with real packets, right? Millionaires, right? Us calling a cat Uber for this, bro, is the equal for the niggas to put in a bitch on a plane on the first class, bro. It's literally the same thing, bro. Literally the same thing. Now, Jared, let me ask you this. Will you call me a trick if I call a Uber or a cab for a woman from Queens to come see me to Brooklyn? Because it's gonna be
because
$60,
I feel
believe.
like if you're in the same city, man, you're trying to establish something. I guess I'm looking at it like I would have no need to like try to fly somebody to any city I'm at, man, because I just
see
feel
what
like
you're
I'll
saying.
pull some shit there where I ain't gotta
understand
do
what
all
you're
that
saying,
like
you're-
over the top stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Yeah,
if
now-
you get
now
in your
understand you.
car, bro, you know what I'm
Now I
saying?
understand you're. Hold on one second, so and you can have it. You're now understand you now. You're looking at it from the relationship point of view, seriously point, right? Right?
Yeah, that and just I feel like my game is just that official where I'm like, man, if I go out, I'm pulling something. I don't need to like import
Yo.
pussy. You know what I'm
So
saying?
now, but you're looking at it from the serious point of view, nigga. We playing over here. You look good. I just want to fuck you. That's it. Good night. You see what I'm saying? So now I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Y'all can
Yeah,
have it.
because I
Sorry,
wouldn't want to
sorry
hang
for-
out with a chick because I feel like if I'm flying you out, like you got to stay in my place. I got to talk to you now and all that. Like it ain't really that serious. That's what I'm saying. I guess I'm looking at it from all that stuff. Like, what you just gonna be hanging out at my house and shit? We
buy
gonna
her, you know what I'm
what
saying?
we
the
gonna play
same day ticket,
Uno
bro.
and shit?
You can buy her the same day ticket.
But see,
but what Poppy is saying is like the Uber and stuff. That's not
yeah, I
tricking
wouldn't
at
call
all.
that
man.
tricking. Yeah, no.
It's the stuff like when she say, "Oh, you got to take me on a trip," and then you paying for flights. Y'all just meeting, and you paying for flights for her to go. Y'all going out on trips and stuff, and she's making you do that. Like now you want to do that, but you got to do that just to try to get with her, and you spending money.
I don't think Poppy's talking about that. Poppy's talking about, you know, her jumping on a plane and then she comes straight to my place. We blow her.
Nah.
I mean, you know, I blow her back out. She get back on
that's
the
not
plane.
good.
She go home. That's it. No trips, nothing. No shopping, nothing.
No,
Yeah, she's just getting a trip. She's just getting a trip, and she's going on a trip. You already got to eat, so you want to go whatever you want to go eat, and she go back home the next day or 2 days later. That's no tricking to me, bro. I just don't see it.
No, but I'm saying when you
Because
have to
can
do it to
same
get with
thing.
her.
You can do the same thing with a local woman.
So
Literally,
what's the definition of tricking? Because it seems like the definition keep
tricking.
changing.
No. The problem is, OG, is that people keep switching the definition. Tricking is flat out is in the prostitution world. That's pimp terminology. Tricking is the guy that tell you, no, not you necessarily, but tell the woman how much. The woman say, "Hi, $200. Here's your 200. Here's your 200. You give me that pussy. Pam, pam, pam. An hour later, I'm at home, and you right back somewhere, whatever you need to do." That's tricking. Now the internet has reshaped the whole terminology now that if I'm going to goddamn Buffalo Wild Wings or the Cat Steakhouse, they call me a trick. They call you a trick for that. I'm like, nigga, no, I gotta eat too, motherfucker. What you mean? I just want to do with a bitch.
Yeah, I think we moved from the streetwalkers to the escorts now, though. That's why it's more
Yeah,
escorts.
I do
now
think
than-
people go too far with stuff. Yeah, I guess with the flying out, I'm like, so I think you look good. Obviously, I want to smash. I fly you out. We do our thing. You go back. I guess I'm looking at it like, man, I'll just find somebody in my place where I ain't got to do all that shit because,
I already got somebody in my place, man. You know? But I want somebody else, bro. You can't have a steak every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I mean, Jerk, that's kind of crossing into the line of what people have a pushback with the passport bros, right? Now we understand.
I don't have an issue with the passport bros either. You know,
Me either.
Yeah, but immediately, I don't have an issue with it. But however, the argument behind it is that that's what the passport bros do. Is that they're either want to go fly out to other countries, whoever, or they'll take somebody international and fly them out to the States and do the same as that thing.
Yeah, but
But
the passports,
OG
they ain't spending no money like that.
But OG, but that's another misconception. You see, the internet made something small big because it's content strategy. I want you, and we
Exactly.
need to use we need to use our logic, right? It costs about $250 to get a passport, right? 220,
Mhm.
250 around that range, right? And then you get your passport in like in 4 weeks, I think. You can get it expedited for like $300 the next day, but most people go the easy route, right?
Mhm.
Then you gotta buy a flight round trip. Let's just use Dominican Republic or my country, Colombia, right? A round trip ticket gonna run you, especially in the summer, about nigga $1,200. You still need a
Yeah,
hotel,
on average.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And at the hotel, that's another $800 because most people want to stay those 3 for 5 days. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you are $2,400 down right there. You still guess what? You still gotta eat. You still gotta do the entertainment. You still gotta move back and forth with taxes back and forth. So most likely you want to spend another $1,000, $3,500. Do you honestly believe that these guys gonna be the majority of this guy? I'm not talking about the minority that actually go buy pussy. We understand it's gonna be some niggas gonna buy pussy. We know that. We don't have to talk about the 3, 4, 5 guys out of the 100 that are gonna buy pussy. But do you honestly believe that the majority of these guys want to go through $3,500 to go to Dominican Republic, the Philippines, Colombia, to buy $40 pussy, bro? When there is more prostitutes in America than those countries combined, bro. Like we need to use logic. We can just go to Las Vegas, Miami, any city you at. I can go to the Bronx right now and get some pussy for like $100, $200. Why would I want to pay $300,
You say you gonna be over there
$3,500?
on Fordham Road and shit, huh?
Yeah, yo, we need to use logic. Why the hell? That's terrible math. Why the hell a man gonna spend $3,500 to go buy $40 pussy in another country when you can actually buy 350 women over here, $100 a pop over here? Come on, bro.
Hey, Blanco, you forgot the other part too, the hassle behind it, because you got to clear customs going there and back and
Yeah.
all kind of ridiculous stuff. And also, you're not including the economy. Well, you include the economy, you're not including upgrades like first class or anything like that on the flights. Rental car.
Yeah, bro. It just like and again, nothing is 100%, right? We understand that it's going to be because prostitution is the oldest game. I mean, prostitution is in the Bible, bro. Right? That's how long prostitution been going around, right? We know it's going to be men that engage on that. However, and listen, I have been in 8 different countries. I mean, technically 9 because I've been in Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico belongs to the U.S., so that's what I say 8, right? So, bro, most people get their trips with their homies. We just go with them party. That's it.
Yeah.
In the party, and we know it's gonna be women in there. That's like 2 and 2. That goes together, right?
Mhm.
Most men don't go with the mentality over there to go buy some pussy, man. That's all I'm trying to say, bro.
No, and I agree with you. I think it's more like you said, an experience. It's like, man, it's a vacation. We can hang
Yeah.
out. It's low cost, so our money stretches further. So that's why I said it's a little different versus how
Yeah.
I'm looking at people just because I would just look at a Poppy or even a James Harden. I'm like, they got game. I've known Poppy for a minute, and it's just like he could pull up and pull anything around him in that city. So that's why I was just like, it would be more like a hassle just flying somebody out. So that's why I would look at it a little different. But yeah, or going overseas, I think it's more or less like an experience versus like
Yeah,
I don't
man.
think most of them trying to buy ass because, like he said, it's just like, man, shit. You go in any
That sounds
city and get that.
ridiculous when you say it out loud,
Mhm.
right, Jared? Like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
about to get a passport, a fly, a hotel. Then I got to buy for the excursion, and on top of that, I got to go through the huddle to go look for the pussy that I want. Nigga, I can do that. Yo, people don't know how. Prostitution is way more bigger in America than those countries, my nigga. You're gonna find prostitution in those countries on the tourist area. You see what I'm saying? In the resort, of course they know. And another thing people don't know is a lot of people from other countries that go to these places too. People from Europe. You see them real white motherfuckers with their eyebrows are fucking blunt. You see what I'm saying? From Germany, from England, from Switzerland, right? I be seeing this guy in the resorts. Guess what? Then hold that selling pussy. It makes sense for them to hang around those places. Once you leave the resort, prostitution is not really like that, like people make it seem. It's just not, bro.
And I'm glad that we're talking about this because, like in these spaces, like on Red Pill, Manosphere, even talking about the Passport Bros, right? The original foundation of the movement is different from what's being portrayed out there, especially on social media. Like it is dudes who are content creators. They're literally is promoting this agenda that they literally fly out for pussy and pay for it. They literally saying that they're doing this now. I don't know if that's what they're doing in reality, but the content that they put out there, that's what they're portraying. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why there's a plethora of pushback on this. And like, well, y'all may be lying about this because just like what you said, Poppy, logically speaking, it doesn't make any sense to do that when you can do it at home.
It's kind of like they say too, OG. This is what they say too. Like if people go to the Philippines, they be having like the lady boys, like those chicks with dicks. Right? Right? I understand that those transformers going to be everywhere. However, you cannot make me believe that that's the majority of the women in the Philippines. You see what I'm saying? But since it sounds crazy, I can put that out there and it's gonna spread like wildfire. Bro, I'm willing to bet that's like less than 5% of the street walkers around chicks with this. I'm pretty sure most of the street walkers in the Philippines are original women. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But they want to focus on the 3, 4, 5 chicks with this out of the hundreds. You see what I'm saying?
But
so that's what I hear about the Philippines. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Urban Dude got a good point because, when I first came into space, I was giving them boys some smoke because that's what you see advertised when they kind of was like, oh, we just doing it for this. But I talked to some of the Passport bros like Kings and Dreams, and they would, they educated us. They was like, nah, man, we got like networks over here, man. We got like real estate. We be doing this, man. We got travel groups. So nah, they over there, they got a nice little setup, man, and they do a lot of networking and stuff. So, and one of my boys, he was like, a lot of military guys are living over there because they retire about like 40 and stuff. So they stretch their money out further. They living over there because one of my boys, like he stay in Colombia and stuff. So he's like, nah, man. He's like, my money stretched further and I ain't got to be stressed out. I don't got to go get another job just to retire again. So yeah, I think it's a lot larger once you start looking under the leaves. But yeah, there's some of the guys like Austin and them that kind of fuck it up for the rest of them, I'll say. The way they
act. Colombia, the border guy.
Oh, what was that, Famous?
Is the border guy your boy?
When I first heard about it, it didn't start off with prostitution. It started off with them trying to find better quality women and wives overseas.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that because, man, I was just telling somebody because, man, me and my wife be hitting up like DR and shit a lot. But it's just like, man, you go over to some places. I think there's a little bit more appreciation because, like, man, everything's simpler. Like you go to, what's it called? KFC. That's like a 5-star restaurant, damn near. People go there, hang out. So, they don't have the expectations of like, man, you got to take me to Fogo de Chao and shit like that. Pizza Hut, like you go to Asia, man, like motherfuckers, you go to like Domino's Pizza, man. They look at that like it's you see people up there partying and shit. They got drinks and stuff. So they just way more simpler, man.
Yeah, it's more like the culture, Jerk, right? Like it's because it's only about 4 or 5 countries on planet Earth that give a fuck what a woman got to say. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And I know it's gonna sound rough, but that's the truth, right? That's America, the UK, Canada, and a few other European countries. Most countries don't give a fuck what a woman got to say, right? Meaning that these people meet each other and the men dictate off the rip where they going. Hey, bitch, we're going over here. Well, what's up? You coming or not? Simple as that, right? More likely than not, the women say yes, you know what I mean? And they are a little bit more docile, you know what I mean? They shut the fuck up more. That's the difference. They shut the fuck up more because in America, I don't care what race she is, she's gonna have a mouth. She's gonna have a fucking mouth, right? Whether you're treating her good or bad, they're gonna talk shit no matter what. That's just what it is.
Yeah, when I seen them like hanging out at KFC, man, they was in there like that was the spot, boy. They was all happy, man. You don't see people like upset, like, oh, why you got me here? So yeah, man, when you see those different dynamics, it makes sense why like people are like, man, with the entitlement in America, they're like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. I need a break, But what was you saying? Which one's my boy, Poppy?
The guy, he got a channel, border crossing border, something like that. He lives in Colombia.
Nah, I don't know him. I just know Kings of Dreams because he do a lot of stuff with like knowledge and relationships. So he came up there and he was like breaking it down and stuff. And he was like, nah, man, we do this and this. And yeah, once he kind of broke it down, I was like, oh, yeah.
I know him too. He invited me. He actually had me on his channel. He invited me to his channel to do a stream like 2 years ago. I know who he is.
Poppy, let me ask you a question, man. You know, with the whole, cause man, you know, your background Colombian too. Do you hate the image that people try to paint, like with the, you know, prostitution and stuff like that? When y'all got like a deep culture, and like you said, it's like, man, that ain't even like the norm if you start looking at it.
It doesn't bother me, bro. It doesn't bother me at all. Because the girls that want to sell their pussy, bro, they want to sell their pussy over there. Because there's sometimes, I mean, for the most part, for me, there's no need for you to fight the truth. I mean, to fight a lie, right? You don't need to fight a lie, right? Because the people that's telling you this, jerk, guess what? They never been there, right? So they talking about for somebody else's opinion, right? So what happened is, and again, bro, I have been in so many places in Colombia. It's not even funny, right? Do they sell pussy over there? Yes, but that happened to a minimum. I can find a prostitute in America like this. If I'm in Miami, and then you know what they're gonna hit you with? Oh, Papi, you buy prostitute? No, motherfucker. I drive around when I go to the club, when I go to see the homies, and I see them walk on the street. I know that's a prostitute, nigga. I don't have to be buying them to recognize one, nigga.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, in Phoenix, Arizona, it's a very famous street, 27th Street. Matter of fact, they even got a YouTube channel, bro. Right? It be hundreds of those joints outside, my nigga. I don't have to buy the whole for me to know that they're prostitutes, my nigga. At 3 a.m. with the ass out, it's pretty clear as day that they're prostitutes. So the point is, when you go to this country, right, they're gonna sell pussy. That's undeniable, bro, right? However, in those countries, it's going to be less. So what the internet, like I said, the internet gonna say that it's bigger than what it is. Like, no, bro, it's way more prostitutes in America that those countries combined. And I'm pretty sure it's a stat for that, my nigga. I'm 1,000% sure. I'm sure. You know how I know? Because I don't stay in resorts when I go to this country. I actually go to the spots outside of the goddamn resorts, right? When I go to Jamaica, when I've been in Dominican Republic, what else? Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, all these places, right? There is prostitution everywhere. No denying that, bro. But it's way more prostitutes over here. Hell, Instagram models are prostitute in disguise, bro. No, bro, 90% of the bitches sell pussy.
Yeah, we just talk about
the prostitutes. Only fan hoes are prostitutes. What are we talking about here?
I literally just did a video because Chicago, they were talking about like you go to the residential areas, they starting to the prostitutes up there are starting to flood the residential areas because like they're trying to get some new traffic and stuff, so they have like a whole influx. Yeah, so I did that. So yeah, that's why I be laughing at people. I'm like, man, I think the shit's more upsell like around these parts. It just looks a little different. But I mean, it's worse. I'll say, like you said, United States.
Yeah, did it. And look at the
how
size
transactional
of
everybody is.
We live in a huge country, bro. And let me don't get it twisted, man. I love America, man. I would die for this country, just like for because you know what I mean. I got kids in here. I was born in Colombia, but I was raised here, so this is my country too, right? But bro, the size of this country is what 350 million people. So half of that is women. That's what 175 million women. Colombia is only 50 million citizens. Dominican Republic is only about 10, right? That's 60 million. And the other countries gonna be in the 30s and 40, right? Combine all those countries, and you got to divide it half because usually the ratio is pretty much 1-to-1, pretty much, right? Bro, it's 175 women in America. Do you think that they can even match up to those countries? No, bro. It's going to be way more bitches selling pussy over here than anywhere else combined.
Man, because I have to tell people how big like New York City is, how many people, man. You got 11 million people in there alone. Shit.
Yeah, they said Brooklyn's like they can populate a whole state.
Yeah, Brooklyn, man, if you take that by itself, it'll be the 5th largest city. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you look at just the New York City, LA, that would be like damn near a country, you know.
Bro, think about it. Those
Yeah,
guys in Dubai, bro. Those
state,
guys in
Texas.
Dubai. Those guys in Dubai be importing American hoes, nigga, to shit on them. Well, what that tells you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
What that tells you? Go ahead, OG. I cut you off, boss. My bad.
Oh no, I was saying just like my state, Texas too, man. Yeah, California, Texas, Brooklyn.
They got some big cities there too.
I got to come
Yeah,
to
that's
Texas.
just what it is.
How is it out there in Texas, Urban? That's the state I've never been to.
Shit, depending on what season you come, bro.
I love
because
Texas.
I don't know what's your tolerance, you know, because Texas, we have what is known as bipolar weather, man. Our
That's like New York.
Nah, it's worse than New York. I've not been in New York, bro.
It's worse. That's crazy. It's worse than New York. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's way worse than New York, man. Texas, man. Shoot, I
You in
worse
Houston or
if I could
Dallas?
scream. I'm in Dallas, in Dallas area.
Bro, I always say this, man. For me, it's a tie. Between Florida and Texas, they got the most beautiful, pure Black American woman in the country. Between those two states, it's like a tie for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I'm talking about
agree with you.
pure, natural. Them women's be mad beautiful, pure. I'm talking about no BBL, no nothing like that. I'm talking about straight up corn-fed women. You see what I'm saying? Florida and Texas, bro. I always tell people like that. They be like, no, Atlanta. Like, nah, bro. Most people from Georgia, they like come from somewhere else too, especially Atlanta. That's where they're the biggest population of Black people.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you're talking about the Dallas-Fort Worth area, yeah, you're not going to find a lot of women who have BBLs, you know what I'm saying? But if you're looking towards Houston, then yeah, you'll find more of them because a lot of them have migrated either from California or even Miami, man, and came down to Texas. Well, Houston preferably.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, Texas is so goddamn big, bro. That's one of the hobbies I do when I'm bored, man. I start just putting random zip codes on the computer to see real estate, and they be having some cheap ass houses over there, 50, 60, 70,000, like a half an acre in the back.
But
you know what I mean?
But now, bro, if you pull up in Texas, man, you're going to enjoy yourself depending on where you go.
Oh, I've been there. I've been in Houston and Dallas. And
I'm talking about fame. I'm talking
Amarillo.
about fame too, because you never been to Texas before, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I only been there on the airport. I only been to the airport. I never been in the actual state.
Yeah, I recommend Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio. Houston,
Hill Country. Hill Country, pretty cool, but yeah, Houston, yeah. I mean, if you want to be entertained, then yeah, by all means, pull up in Houston because there ain't nothing wrong with Houston. But if you're trying to look for women in Houston, then they're beautiful, but you know.
Yeah, I'm supposed to shoot a video out there with my homie. He live in Houston.
Yeah,
you can find women anywhere, man.
Yeah, that's.
How you like Arizona, Poppy? You like it down there?
I love Arizona.
Yeah,
I'm actually about to go there. I'm about to go there and on the 17th. I'm going to Arizona.
What you got going on in Arizona?
My shorty.
Fabian, you getting flown out?
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, Arizona. Yo, but Arizona is a beautiful state. I think besides Florida, because Florida's my second home. I grew up in Florida too, but Arizona is a beautiful state.
Yo, Phoenix is the shit, my nigga. Phoenix,
like
they got beautiful homes. Phoenix, especially like our two kids, Cashdale, Mesa. Most of those houses is going to be new build. And when I say new build, you consider a house new build if it's like 30 years or younger. So the architecture is like good looking, right? Big old highways, no potholes, very clean city, very clean city. Yo, my homies think that I'm a millionaire when I show them my house. You see what I'm saying? Most houses going to have a pool in the back. All you have to do is just buy a jacuzzi. I bought a jacuzzi, man. I live good. You know what I mean? What else? Oh, my God, and the women. Woo-wee. These bitches look good over there in Phoenix, bro. whatever you like. And the crazy part is, I'm not even into white girls, my nigga, but don't get it twisted. I don't knock down a few white women that look good, right? Bro, but listen, white girls and even Mexican girls, they love Negroes, bro. They love Negroes, fam. Oh my God. And white women don't play.
Yeah.
White women, if that woman like you, she gonna come and holler at you, bro. She gonna come holler at you, friend. Straight up, my nigga. I know homies that mess with white women way more than I do. My nigga,
I love the bunnies.
Yo, you talk about tricks. White women is the biggest trick on planet Earth, bro. I swear. Bro, white women, bro, listen, I know this for a fact. White women, my nigga, she like you, she gonna give you her credit card, her car keys. Bro, the white women that I don't knock down, my nigga, good looking white woman, right? Nigga, after me messing with her for like a month or two, bro, they give me the house of their kid. Oh, here's a kid, you can come and go out however you please. The same thing happened to my homies. You see what I'm saying? My homie might be having problems with his car or something. Homie just don't run, give it a BMW. Oh, just drop me off at work. Go ahead and do your bidding, Tyrone. Just come pick me up. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, white women give it up, and that's another one. Like, you know how they were talking shit about the NBA niggas that went to the draft with white women? Like most of them?
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the dynamic. White women in college, I want to say the majority of them, they go in there with their father dollars. You see what I'm saying? That is financing a lot of that money, right? They come there with cars, with a credit card spending. Those white women are the ones that are after those niggas that are playing in football or basketball. And they make it very easy for them because most niggas that go to college, I mean, now the game changed a little bit because the NIL contracts and everything, right? So now these niggas got money. But before those contracts, bro, those white women, my nigga, they used to be, because I got homies that went D1 programs. Alabama University, Auburn University, Florida State Seminole, man, shout out to the U. They won today, man. Shout out to them, man. They beat Ohio State. Bro, son, those white women, they just put the credit card on their main hand. They take these niggas out shopping, and I understand why these niggas end up being this white girl, bro. I understand it.
Yeah, somebody invest in you, man. They catch you early. You know, you're gonna have like a little bit of a loyalty to that person. You know, they catch you at the bottom. So yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. Long as they invest into them and seeing this potential, they're gonna go all the way. I wouldn't be a bit surprised their parents see that too, like the fathers and stuff. They're like, I'm going to hook you up with this kid right here because he's gonna have the potential to be millions. He's part of our legacy. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised. That's how the way it goes.
I don't think so.
At the same time, black women be the one who be hating on there too, but they don't be understanding the dynamics behind it, like y'all saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, like I say, white woman, she love Negroes inside of them. You see what I'm saying? So what happened is that they don't got no problem going towards Jerk and letting her know, hey man, I want you. I want to talk to you. What's up? They actually press the line. I have white woman just coming up to me because sometimes I used to look at it the wrong way before until I got used to it. I'm like, yo, bitch, you trying to set me up to get robbed or something? You know what I mean? I used to look at it because it used to be too pushy. Like, baby, so either they send their friend or they come and say, oh, I think you're handsome. What's your name? Where you from? Oh, you have an accent, this and that, woo woo. I'm like, hold on, man, a little too friendly. But that's how they wire, bro. That's how they wire. They love Negroes, bro, and that's why you see this big old increase of Miss babies. It's a lot of Miss babies, a lot of them, right? It's because of that they push the line.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yep, it's a cold world out there, bro. It's all game.
Yeah,
can't knock it at all. Can't knock it at all. But just like I say, black women, they'll be hating on it. They're talking about why you can't stay with us? To be honest with you, it's not a lot of black women that'll be that loyal to a man, especially if he don't have it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
the
yeah.
thing is, they just complaining for no reason because I know somebody broke it down. I forgot what channel did it. A black man that is rich, they got stats for everything. Rich black man, that would be considered a different tax bracket, right? But the rich black man stay with a black woman at like an 80% rate. You see what I'm saying? So even when they complain, they still. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are that are complaining usually is the loser. The losers always get to cried about. You know what I mean? But black men still get a black woman, whether he rich, poor, or in the middle. Most race stay with each other at super crazy high rates. Super crazy high rate. 80 plus, I believe. It's coming down a little bit, but still would be the majority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Russ though?
Say that one more time, sir.
So Rush in the background somewhere.
Yeah, I got to get out of here. My phone about to die and everything. I don't know where he at.
He probably having. Let me see if he wrote something in the back.
He wasn't in it.
There he is.
He back.
There you go. Yo, Rush, I got to head out, kid.
So Rush went and took a nap and came back.
Word. No, I was reposting this live, but I guess we could kill the live now. You know what I mean? Because everybody's ready to leave. So let me get everybody's last word before I kill this live now.
I'm wishing everybody a blessed New Year's, hoping to have a successful 2026. Happy New Year. It's been a great stream, great panel, always with a bunch of wise men. And I'm out.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you too, sir, man. And I hope everybody accomplish what they need to accomplish, man. Let's get to it, bro. Let's get to it, man. Let's work on the goals that we got. If you don't have to accomplish them, but goddamn, if you come close to your goals, you still won.
Yeah. All you can do is try.
Yeah. And I'll see you later, okay?
All right.
Later.
I gotta go drive to Jersey, man. I'm about to do some trafficking pussy. I'm about to go be a bitch in Jersey. I'll see you later, man.
Hey, you be safe, bro.
All right, bye.
Take care,
later.
family.
Peace.
Shout out to everybody who are tuning in at the lounge right now, watching the stream. Shout out to my boy Rush with the Budo Network, where we're streaming at the same time on his channel and on this channel as well too. Like everybody else, like the other gentlemen say, hope y'all have a wonderful and prosperous New Year. This starts day one of 365 days for you to be active and do things very productive with your life. Make sure you go and tune in to the One Urban Lounge podcast. And if you're not sub up to the Budo Network or my boy Famous channel, by all means on sub up as well too, because we got some great content creators. Also with Sophisticated Jerk, he was here earlier as well too. All right, so make sure you want to sub up to these wonderful content creators. All right, so we good.
Well, yo, thank you all for coming through, man. Happy New Year to y'all, man. Yo, be prepared, man. The king is coming. You know what I mean? So try to be on fire when the Most High come back, man. It's your boy Russ, a.k.a. Roamundo, out here chasing that ball, yo, you heard? Seek wisdom, practice humility, and those remain sucker free, you heard? I'm out. One. Yo, thanks y'all for coming through, man. Stay blessed.
All right, Urban. All right, Rush.
All right, y'all.